they teach, don't let no one put fear in you. Fear of things to come. Fear of the Most High. Don't let no one put fear in you. See, we are to fear Yacab's trouble. We are, most of all, we should fear the Most High. We should fear his judgment. We should fear being disobedient and not coming out when he tells us to come out of her. We should be in fear. When you in fear to the Father, you will obey him no matter what leader says, no matter what man says, no matter what your mom, your dad, no matter what anyone says. This message to the GOCC members that's coming out, this message, you have to make sure you fear the Father. They don't teach you this. Why don't they? Because it moves them out of the way. And now you have a direct connection to the Father to listen to him. You have to listen to this leadership. In order to stay in what they call good standing, you must listen to this leadership. And this leadership only. Listen, this is a cult. Been there, done it. This is your Christian church. This is what it is. Christian church on steroids. That's all it is. It's your Christian church on steroids. They know a lot more than the evangelical Christians. But still, they got the same teaching. The almost identical same teaching calling on the Roman deity Christ.
Any instruction, any order, or anything that has been set forth by the leadership and the elders of the church. Okay? And brothers and sisters have to realize that when that happens, when you make these life-changing decisions to do things such as selling your possessions, to do things as far as leaving the country and making...
When you make these life-changing decisions, selling your possession, leaving the country, these are the things we've done. Now, let me tell you what he's not going to tell you. When you do this, there is no turning back. Your hand is on the plow. You plowing for the kingdom. You walking distance to the kingdom. Now, you can go back. Many of them, he's a witness. He came out, he got within the borders, and he went back. Once that happened, you're finished. You're done. You're through. These men are finished. They're done. They're through. And so what will happen? Since they're through, they're going to take others down with them. Why do people do this? Greed. Number one, greed. They make you pay to get learning? Yes. See, the righteous know better. We know what tithes and offering is. These men collecting tithes and offering. These men, money. These men are making you pay to learn scripture. What righteous prophet, who in scripture got paid? Did not Micah teach us against this? So what do? We continue in ignorance, following man and not following the Most High.
Those types of preparations, you have to understand that when there's no guidance, when it's not done in decency and order, when it's not done properly, what tends to happen is that people will make these moves. They'll find themselves in a position in which they find out when they get to a country, when they get to the destination, that they have been convinced that, this is the place we need to be. This is the place that the Most High put on my spirit to show me.
This is the place the Most High put on my spirit. Number one, see, that's Christianity. We don't deal in that madness. The Christians, they're the spiritual people. They're the same. They're just on steroids. These are the same people. We don't deal with that spirit. He put it on my spirit. Listen to that Christianity talk. That's not how the Father dealing with us over here in the borders. They don't know how the Father's dealing with us in the borders. Number two. And you won't be without guidance. This is a direct, see, that in itself saying, what he's saying, you won't be without guidance from them. You need guidance from the Father. And one of the things he's doing, he's guiding and leading us over here by the way of his Malachims. You call it angels because of them. They call it angels. We don't deal in that madness. That's Roman Catholic madness. You have to learn and understand, and I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say this, your learning has been on a very, very, very low level. Not even elementary. Your learning is kindergarten. And so there is a higher level of learning, and there's a higher level of speech that you must try to reach to. Don't knock it down. Don't knock it down. Don't knock down God. You can't. It's in the Strongs. It's in the original writing that God is the name. In Abri, they call it Hebrew. In Abri, it's the name of another mighty one. Welcome to the grand deception. Welcome to the stupor. And I've made known on videos, this generation, this man right here, this leadership, the dumbest people ever. We are the dumbest people. This is undeniable. We are the dumbest people ever. Since man walked this earth, this last generation, because of the stupor, which you read about in 2nd Baruch, because of the stupor, we're the dumbest people ever. These men here are leading the way. The righteous, scripture says the righteous will lead many to righteousness. They're no longer leading righteous people to righteousness. So you have some that say, wait a minute, we're not making moves. They don't have no plans. They don't have to say out of their mouth, we don't have plans. Their actions are telling us they don't have plans. They don't have any plans. And these other men, this Nathan Ben, he's right. Some things he's right. He's not the first. He's not the last. Maybe, maybe not, because Babylon is about to be dealt with. Those borders are about to be completely closed down for good. And the place is nothing but a toxic dump, a toxic wasteland.
Guide you because the elders don't have a plan. The elders don't, they're not bringing anything forward. They're not telling us where to flee, when to
That's
flee,
true.
so on and so forth.
That's why Nathan Ben, that's why he's making plans to leave. They don't have a plan. They're not saying when to, they already left. They're back. They're back for good. Their actions said they're back for good. You saw the country get shut down. They ain't blink an eye. They're going to remain there until it goes down, until the Father judgment hits the place. They will be in it when he hit it. And these people will lift up their eyes in torment in Shaul. I hate to tell you this, but it's the truth. I wish I could come and tell you these men are righteous. These men are Kadash. But when they've been calling on God, another mighty one, for all these years, you gotta know something is wrong. They don't know Christ. They don't know Christ is the Roman deity and not the machine, not the king of Yasharal. Something is wrong.
So people start to use the fear of others to basically aggrandize themselves. Okay? But when the people get to the location, when they get to the destination, okay, that they have been convinced to migrate to or to move to, after this person then rile them up and use their fears as a mechanism to convince them to make these moves,
we should use the fear of the Father to get people to move. This is what we are to do. Use the fear of the Father to get them to move. Let them know when you stay in America, you an enemy to the Father. Let them know in America, you on death row. I already did a video about it. It's a known fact. You're on death row. This man right here, he's on death row. He's done. He's finished. There is no hope. He's worse than Lot's wife. She looked back. Remember Lot's wife? She looked back. This man went back.
Well, there's nothing going on in this country. There's nothing going on in this place where I've moved to.
I gotta stop him. Nothing going on in this country? Listen to what he's saying, family. Listen to what he's saying. He's saying nothing going on within the borders. That's a bold-faced lie. Let me give you an inside view of what's going on in the borders. As I told you, the Malachims, he will call them, you know them as angels. We don't use that word here. But you know them as angels. The Malachims are within the borders, giving our people the righteous guidance, teaching them war, have shown them the wilderness journey, and inside the wilderness showed exactly how it's all going to go down. We need no man. We need the Father and his host. That's who we need. We need him and his host. These guys have no guidance. They're the ones without guidance. They're going according to their own dictates of their evil hearts. There's a reason why. It's already been put out. They've been taken down. The lady in Jordan, she's telling the truth. She knows it. They've been taken down. I saw it. I saw their takedown. You can't see it because the Father's not dealing with you. If you under this leadership, they stand between you and the Father. You have no direct connection to him. Everything you do, everything you've done, it has to be done through them.
I've uprooted myself, okay, from my home. I had a career, had a job. All these things were in place when I sat still.
When I sat still, he wants you to sit still and listen to the elders. That's another thing. This elder come from another mighty one. They serving another mighty one. When I sat still, I had jobs. Our people coming over here, getting jobs. Jobs is no problem for our people here. Working, got a place, hunkering down, living in shalom. Don't have to watch their back. Don't have to worry about the police gunning us down. Our people not being gunned down in the street. We're not at each other's throats. But he gonna tell you, you had it better in America. This is what he's going to try to tell you. You had it better. Your job, your house, your things. You were stable. Let me tell you, the Most High will uproot you from your stability. Ask Abraham. Ask those mighty men when they were hunkered down in their homes and he tell them, get up and leave this land. Leave your father's house.
Okay, who are over the church and have guided us up until this point. Okay, and let me deal with this and address this point that people will use to state that the elders don't have any plan.
Their actions. You sitting still and doing nothing. The Most High said, do not stand still. You know what the book of Jeremiah said when they used to teach it. Their new members, they don't know this. They oblivious to all of this. They just coming to the knowledge of the truth of who we are. They learned that lie that we're the Hebrew Israelite. That's a lie. Once again, that's kindergarten. We know we're not Hebrew Israelites. We know the word Hebrew does not exist in the original text. That's a man-made word in English. We know Israel. We know they cut off the name. They did a Psalms 83 on us. They cut off the name of Yasharal, that the name of Yasharal should be remembered no more. And they gave us Israel, Israelis, three mighty ones in one. And that's who they are. That's who they're serving. They're serving so many different mighty ones till it's not funny. This is a serious issue. It's a serious matter. As I said, our people are in a serious condition. On life support. about to be what we call pushing up daisy, lifting up the eyes in Shaul.